Where did that mess up? Lesson title equals request.body.lesson title. Let's take a look at the form to add, wait, where did I get that from? Yeah, let's look at that form. So views, new lesson, lesson title, I have last title. Alright, so that should fix that. Alright, so now what I want to do is we need this view lessons to work. So let's create a route for that. So I want to go to, this is going to be in just the classes route. Okay, and I'll just copy this. Okay, router, so it'll be classes slash ID and then slash lessons. Okay, and we can basically leave this class get class by ID because that's all we really want to do, and then we're going to pass it to classes slash lessons. Okay, let's create that view. Okay, so classes, new file, save, lessons dot handlebars. Okay, so let's put, we'll just say lessons. And let's do a table. Now basically we're going to be doing something very similar to what we did in students' classes. So let's just copy that. Actually, I'll copy the heading too. Alright, so we'll paste this in. And let's change this to lessons and then put the class name here. So we'll be able to do, I think we'll be able to do this. Lessons class, yeah. So class dot title, and then we'll have down here the lesson number, lesson title, and then we'll have a button. And then down here, we should be able to say each class.lessons. And then we should be able to say lesson number, lesson title, and then a link to view lesson. And that'll go to classes slash class ID slash lessons slash, and we'll do the number, I guess. Alright. Let's try that out. Alright, so that's not working. Classes slash ID slash lessons. We have that. Did I not save this? Oh, I didn't save that. Alright. Okay, we got the lesson number, but if you remember, we didn't have the title. So let's try to create another one. Submit. Okay, view lessons. There we go, lesson 2. Okay, and then we want this to go to a lesson page. Now I'm not going to do full CRUD on these lessons because it would just take way too long, and it's stuff that we've already done. So if you want to continue to do that, that's fine. But right now I just want to make a lesson page. Alright, so let's go back to classes, the classes route. So to add the lessons page, it's actually not going to be that hard at all. We just need to create another route here. Alright, and this is going to go to ID, which will be the class ID / lessons, and then we want to do / lesson ID. Okay, and then let's see down here, get class by ID. Okay, so this is all going to be the same, and then right here I just want to initialize a lesson variable. Alright, so we'll just say var lesson. Alright, and then down here, let's see, we want a for loop, because what we want to do is we want to go through the lessons and see if the lesson number is going to equal this up here, this lesson ID. Alright, so let me just copy that and cut it out, and then we'll say for. Alright, so what we want to do is a for loop, so we're going to say I equals 0, and then we're going to say as long as I is less than the lessons array, which is going to be class name. So class name dot lessons, and we want to put that variable right here, so I. Alright, and then we want dot length. So that's how we can test for how many values are in the array. Alright, and then we just want to increment it, so I plus plus. Alright, and then in here we want an if statement. So we're going to say if, we want to say if class name dot lessons I is equal to, I'm sorry, we need 2 equal sign, request dot params dot lesson ID. Okay, so that's going to check this right here. Alright, now if it does match, then we just want to add it to the lesson array. So lesson is going to be equal to class name dot lessons I. Alright, now all the information, all the fields for that lesson ID are going to be put into this variable. Alright, and then after that we want to get out of the for loop, which ends here, so we want to go right here, and we're just going to render. So res, actually I'll just paste in what I copied. Okay, so we want to take this S off, which should just be classes lesson, and then we want to add to this. Alright, so we want to add lesson. Alright, so now we should have all the lesson info passed into this view. Okay, so we'll save that, and then we'll go in the views classes folder and create a new file, and we're going to call this lesson.handlebars. Alright, now this is going to be very simple. Okay, so basically we're going to have a link to go back to the lessons, and we're going to put the class ID in there, and then we have just the title of the lesson and then the body of the lesson. Okay, so we'll save that. And one more thing we need to do is for this link here, you can see it's going to classes lessons and then the lesson number. We need to actually have the class ID right here. So we want to go into lessons.handlebars, and then right here we just want to put in the class ID. Actually, I'm not sure if that'll work. Let me see. We're passing in class, so no, we want to say class dot. Will that work? I'm not sure if. Actually, you know what? Since we're inside of the each loop, what we have to do is get out of it. So we want to do a // and then we should be able to say class _ID. Alright, so this should all work now. So we'll start that over, and we'll go to actually, let's log in. Okay, and we're going to go to view lessons, lesson 3, view lesson, and we have an error. Oh, we don't have a slash up here. So we need to go back to lessons, and let's see, we want a slash right here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reload. Okay, log in. Okay, view lessons, view lesson. Classes / lesson. Okay, what did we do wrong here? So lesson. Oh, all right. So, there's we got two things here. For one, this for loop, this right here should just be lessons.length. We don't want that I there. And then here, where we say if class name dot lessons I, we should add lesson number, because what we were doing is just comparing the entire array to the ID, so to the number. So we need to grab that field. So we'll save that, and let's go ahead and reload and view lesson 3. Go back, lesson 2. All right, cool. And one more thing you do want to do is you want to make sure that they're logged in to be able to see this. So we can do that easily. We just need that ensure authenticated function, which we can grab from any of these routes. Okay, so we'll just grab that, put that in classes right here, and then pass it in ensure authenticated, and that should do it. So we'll save that and reload. And now if we're not logged in and we try to view the lesson, it just redirects us. Alright, so dev user 2, password, view lessons, view lesson, and there it is. Alright, so that's it. Obviously, your lesson would be a little more complicated than just a heading and a paragraph or whatever, but that's just to show you just how you can implement the access control and link the classes and lessons and things like that, embedded documents. So hopefully you enjoyed the last project, and thank you, and I will see you in the course summary.